There's the camera. Oh, fucking hell. Oh. Back again before she... Mekety. Firmium's mummy. We've got a visit from Mekety today. You're all blessed. Blessed massively. Look who it is. She made a visit at midnight last night. Was absolutely fucking starving she was. So I gave her some cat food, some kibble, and a chew stick all broken up, and she come back this morning as well, and she's sticking about. But we're going to do an update on the Olds Flat Garden. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since we've done an update. Oh, Hermione! Guess who? Look, we got a visitor. Mekety, or Bass. That's Firmium's mother. I'm going to do an update. Hello, DJ has returned. We're doing an update on the Olds Flat Garden. It's been quite a while and done quite a bit of work. I have no idea what the sound's like. I think one of my mics might actually be going, so if you can hear me, there goes Mekety. Merlin Picks, yeah, well, I'm going to do an update. You can see the cactus collection is now snoozing away in there. I don't know what the sound's like. I think one of my mics is failing. Good, you seem to think it's good. Right, we'll start here. As you can see, bonsais. We've got pots of plants, not all of my bonsais, but look at this hornbeam now. This hornbeam has been in there about 2 years or so, and it looks like it's doing well. That's a hornbeam. We'll take another look at Mekety before she disappears. Looks like she might stick about today. And we've got this cherry as well. This is just like a sucker cherry, but I potted it up. Sweet chestnut. This is Picea Conica glauca. I actually dug it up out of the ground because one half of it got singed and burned because of incinerator we had over there, and I replaced it with another one. And this is a blackberry or boysenberry. It's a fuck. This will probably go in the ground at some point. And this is a hornbeam as well that I've potted on. Hopefully it will end up like that one over there. Right, this one was taken out and I replaced it with this one, so we put another one in here, Picea Conica glauca. There was a yellow heather there. The yellow one didn't make it. Also got this Chamaecyparis here. I like the Conica glaucas because they're very small, but you can still decorate them, and then you plant them out the next year. So this is a new one. This little conifer in the pot with white stones on the top. Whether it will get through next year, summer, I don't know, but as you can see, I have been all through here with the wood chip and bark mulch again. But this is not the same batch that was last year. Last year I got wood chip and bark mulch from Bywood, or Long Lane Wood, that was left there last November. And that had completely run out, so this is from near a country park that had been dumped and left, and nobody wanted it, so I thought, sod it, I'll get this as well. So I've topped up the path areas with the wood chip and bark mulch, and this is good because there's a wren just dived into the hedge, so I've got to keep an eye on that while Meckety's here, because she's a lethal machine. I'm watching you. Anyway, more bark mulch, weed suppression, and of course when it rots down, it turns into soil anyway when it rots down, because it's higher than the ground level. If we have prolonged periods of rain, the worms can come out the ground and into the deeper thick areas to get away from all the water, basically. So it's good really to have the wood chip. It rots down, it's good for underground mini beasts and stuff, and it improves the soil eventually. I planted about 6 sweet chestnuts under here. I don't think... Wait! No. I know you want that wren. No. She's a wild woman, that cat. A wild woman. I can't blame her, because she is pretty much feral. Her real owners just don't give a shit about her. That's why she keeps coming here. If they're prepared to leave her out until midnight or all night. Anyway, I put sweet chestnuts just along the front of that brick. Yeah. It's also it's quite comfortable under the feet too. So hopefully these sweet chestnuts will come up here, germinate. And as you can see, we no longer have potatoes here. The potatoes, this is only a very small bed. It's just brick lined bed, and it's maybe a foot deep or less. And yet I had at least a month's worth of red and white potatoes. She's off now. And I gave them to Linda next door because she's got a family of 6. So now we have garlic in here. We have garlic, and there's a few shallots, not many though. We don't have much room in the UK, sadly. We've got all this plastic decking, and hopefully I can get more of this. Should be able to double the height and make a frame. So we'll have a wooden container lined with this plastic, double height, and then I can put more topsoil inside and make a raised bed. And that's my plan anyway, hoping to double the depth of this area, put more topsoil. And as you can see, this lighter brown colour stuff, this is sandy and silt and clay like topsoil from Reigate. So when I went to Reigate, I've been collecting the molehill dirt again, haven't I? So we've got all the, I've been adding just onto the surface the Priory Park molehill dirt. But yeah, we had potatoes here and we had a good crop. I gave them to Linda. Oh, this was also potatoes, but this is actually mainly leaf mould compost. It wasn't actually any actual soil in there, it was just rotted down leaf mould and compost from the gaff. This all came from the gaff in an outdoor compost heap, but it still worked. There were potatoes in there. They weren't as big as what was growing in proper soil, but still we had potatoes out of it. But I'm going to struggle to find anything to plant in there because it's just leaf mould, I'm afraid. I've put stuff in here, bulbs. We do have squirrels in the area, so the squirrels are doing their best to destroy everything. That's why I covered this one up, to stop them from getting in. The squirrels here, they've had a couple of little digs here. That one's already covered up. You can see where they've dug up one of the garlic here as well, uprooted it. And this has been topped up as well. This bed has been topped up. It's only a little sliver. And there's my father's grape, and that's the cutting I took, so hopefully that'll be double the height next year. Well, that's what I'm hoping. This is the Black Homburg or Black Hamburg grape cutting. I'm hoping it will be double that height next year. And the other one, this was the rescue one from the side of the road on the Gaff Road. You can see that pretty much all the leaves have fallen off this now. I don't know what kind of grape it is. I'm expecting it to be a white grape, green. You can see a tiny little patch of baby tomatoes there, tiny little baby tomatoes. I don't know what the picture quality is like. Also, the what they call it, Alexanders or something like that. There's two of them. I thought they died off, but we've got cow parsley. We've got cow parsley plants and Alexanders. They actually did survive underground, so you've got 2 or 3 Alexanders under there as well. You can see I've moved everything out the way here, up here, because I wanted to show this little area. We've got more garlic in the ground here, basically. Not many. Hopefully one day in the future I will actually put rhubarb in here. I'd like to have rhubarb. Here's the water butt, and it's filled up nicely, and now it's overflowing. We've got this floating weed that was in the pond at the railway park, and I put it in here and it seems to be quite happy. We've also got other weed in there as well. Whether it will survive or not, I don't know. It's quite messy with detritus. But now the secondary water butt is filling up very slowly. But there are snails in there. There's probably quite a bit of aquatic life in there, just don't really notice it. One last tomato that's been left. I should imagine that the winter will eventually kill that tomato. I can't see it getting through till next year. It might, I doubt it though. It'll be a miracle if this tomato survives the winter. Yeah, rhubarb. I do like rhubarb, but we'll have to see, because I think that the shed might be the next to go. I think we're going to rebuild the shed. We're going to build a new shed. So we've got a lot of wood to sort out. Tony P and I got a lot of wood to sort out, and then we're going to get rid of the shed and build a new one. Here's more of that plastic decking. There is more. I know where to get more, but they're pretty much full length, and it's going to be hard for me to carry them really. Under here, under this wood, you can see that I've got some bamboo. Probably Philistax nigra. You can see these really nice. Yeah, this is it. You can see that we've got some big bamboo canes running through here. Very nice. You're probably right. I doubt if they'll survive the winter. But there's some nice dark bamboo canes there. All this is probably going to go because we're rebuilding the shed. The hedge was cut back maybe about a month ago, or maybe a bit less. I didn't want to lose any more of the hedge, to be honest. We've done all three sides, the top and both sides, and this will have to be done again next year. The crabapple will need cutting back. The spindle, Euonymus europaeus, that's already been cut back, but it might need more next year, I don't know. But I don't want to lose the whole hedge. Yeah, I don't want to lose the whole hedge, to be honest, because I want something for the birds and the mice and the wildlife. We've also got this. Now this was all in pieces in the loft. We've managed to find 90% of the pieces, and it's basically some staging that you can cover up with plastic, like an outdoor cold house. But sadly we were actually missing one or two of these, probably one, because, well, no, we are missing two. We need to try and find some metal pipe like this, two of them the right thickness to go in these holes, so then we've got 3 layers again, and then it can be covered up with the plastic. So that's like a cold frame. There's already one over there. It's pretty much lopsided. You can see it's lopsided, and this is the same, but it's a bit older. It's been out for longer, and yeah, seen better days. And this is a sheet of blue that was up in the loft. It's been brought down, but it is actually the blue stuff, so we've got to be careful of that. We need to try and figure out what we're using it for, or get rid of it. It's going to be very hard to get rid of blue asbestos, so we may even end up having to paint it or something and just tie it up to the fence somewhere. Maybe we can do some art on it and just leave it, but we may have to just break down this into its pieces again, this rack, and put it in a box, because it's just taking up room. We need to clear this area for wood and shed destruction, basically. But this corner looks nice. We've got a little pine tree there, we've got another pine here. I didn't add much more wood chip to here. I was hoping for more of the Verbena bonariensis seedlings to come up, but it kept getting trod on, basically. Yet more has been cut off the Acer Pennsylvanicum cross something. It's pink flamingo. It was on the tram stop for a year or so, and then they just decided to start destroying it. So I ended up moving it here, and I've ended up cutting a little bit more off of it, but it should make it sturdier. And you can see that there's a little branch at the bottom, and the tip of that's dying, so I'm just going to have to cut it off at the base, I think. The Eucomis has finished now. This is the Eucomis, like a pineapple type plant. It's not actually a pineapple, but they call it that. So we've got Eucomis, there's a Aquilegia or Columbine there, and Valerian Foo, the yellow version of Valerian. And we've also got the Clematises here. We've got 2 different Clematis, and next year we'll be able to train them properly, so they'll look a lot better on this trellis next year. Once everything's trained up the trellis, they'll look nice. But yeah, it's looking quite good here. We've done a lot of the autumn fall clearance, tidying up, but now the shed might end up demolished. Whether it happen before the end of the year or after, I don't know. We need to make a decision whether it's going to be the garden shed first, or it's going to be the loft in the flat first. So it's got to be one or the other, either upstairs doing the loft or doing the shed. And seeing as it's coming to winter, it's going to start pissing rain and being cold, I'd say the best thing to do really would be to do the loft. But at the end of the day, it's up to Gianni and Tony what comes next. Right. Let's hope the internet doesn't drop out. Again, still haven't cut the grass out. Oh. It needs cutting, but we're getting to the end of the year now, so it's not really a priority because it's not going to grow anymore. And yet again, I've basically added more to the wood chip or mulch, so all the paths have been topped up again everywhere. Finally, this wallflower has room to grow without being crushed. It's all been topped up. All this has been topped up again with the country part wood chip. Yeah, we'll have to see. I have had some plants up there now already. I need to check them actually. Might need watering. See where I've added more, and now this is it. Nothing else will be added to this until next January, when the Christmas trees are being thrown out. Because when the Christmas trees are getting thrown out, I'll be taking the branches off of them and shredding them, and then they'll just get a thin layer of spruce on top, spruce wood and leaves on the top. Right, this is new as well. Eventually it will go in the garden, but where I don't know. And this is an elder. We've got a sambucus, sorry. So this is an elder. It's a black elder, and this is more, I've got it for the flowers really, and the berries. The flowers and the berries. And this is in a pot on top of this massive ex-Christmas tree base. We've got a new bed. It's only small. Oh, you can see this has fallen. This brick's fallen over. I need to add more topsoil to the back of that really. We've got a new bed here. It's only partial. It goes around, and then the bricks disappear over to here again. And basically I put another tree in, and this is a Tilia cordata, or European lime, or in Germany they call them linden. I don't know if you can see this, but it's Tilia cross golden sunset. It's a Tilia, or European lime, or linden as they say in Germany. And there was one here before. There was a lime tree here before, but a normal one, pretty much in this location again. It might have been slightly further to the left, I'm not sure, but pretty much in the same location. So I'm basically planted something to replace what was lost, only this has much more striking stem colour in the winter. It's orange red colour. So that's just to, yes, I've had the lime flower tea as well. I've collected the lime flowers before. Linden flower tea, yeah, you're right about that. But as I said, not much has changed here. we've got some chrysanthemums, and basically this was split from another clump. There was a clump here, I split it, and you can tell now that I've split this chrysanthemum, it's looking much healthier as an independent new plant. I need to tie this up really, because it's falling over. So this is nice. Also, we got the holly next to it, and the holly, it will take time. This might need tying up too, but hopefully this holly will fill this gap as well. Another tree, there was, yeah, another tree that was there before previously and was removed, but nothing really much going on out the front. But yes, this chrysanthemum was split off the other, and it's made a much healthier plant. We got another pine here of some description. I know that if I left it, it'd end up massive, so I'm probably going to have to restrict the growth on that. This was the lavender in the pot. I've literally cut all the old material off that. I've cut it back, that lavender. Seem to be missing a pot. No, we haven't. I put it in there. Sorry, we've got marjoram and oregano. Sorry, it lost in. This Acer campestre field maple was starting to suffer. You can see that the leaves were crinkling and turning brown, but since the weather has got a bit cooler, you can see that the buds on it are filling up, getting ready for next year, so it'll be healthy for next season. And this is where the marjoram went into a bigger pot, and there's another little wallflower in there as well. I could actually do cuttings off of this here. I might off that other wallflower. Blue pot, yeah, it's all about the blue pots. This one was actually a Mother's Day gift for my mother. I bought that at a local garden centre, and I filled it with flowers, begonias and busy lizzies, and that was Mum's Mother's Day present for me. And I don't do that stuff. I really don't do stuff like that. And it was in that corner where that pot is. It was there for years, and I've moved it now. It's on top of a manhole cover, and this one here, this 1970s concrete, that's the one that was on top of the manhole cover originally, so they've all been swapped around basically. You can't see it, but there is actually a metal manhole cover there. So that one was basically on top, and it covered it up completely. And I've just moved them about a bit. I'm gonna have to get that one off the top of the entrance. It's no good there. I can't reach it. Nothing's been done with it. So I'm gonna have to get the ladder out. I'm gonna have to take that down again. But the main thing is that I've topped up the paths with more wood chip. Meckett's still here. Mechetty is still here. Hello? Aren't we blessed today? Yes, we are. We're blessed today. Look, we got full Mechetty video, Mechetty cam. Oh. So yeah, this won't be touched now until Christmas trees. Next January, it'll be Christmas tree shreddings, and they will just go over the top. All this corner here, this will be full up with basically old shed, I should imagine. This wheelbarrow. This wheelbarrow will eventually go over the allotment. We can't use it here, it's too big. Yeah, she's a wild cat. She is owned. I know where her owners are and who they are now, because she bloody took me to them. But they don't look after her. They treat her like she's a wild animal. She was just used for kittens and control of vermin, basically. Each to their own, I guess. But she comes here for treats, and then I end up walking her back because she follows me back to the alleyway. She's gone back into the shed, the greenhouse now. Yeah, like I said, new tree over there. That replaces one that was there before. That's a lime or linden. That holly was on Facebook, and I picked it up on Facebook from a place in Annerley and planted it a couple of years ago. Hopefully that'll fill that gap. And we got this apple tree, and again another tree that sort of suffered during the summer, but it should be right for next year. I kept this green water barrel because I'm going to cut it in half. The bottom half will be a pond, hopefully, and the top half I might fill up the base and put a bamboo in it. I'd love to have my bamboo or wishing tree. We'll call it a wishing tree. Like Gaia Online, they got the wishing tree in the Zen Gardens, but I've always wanted something like that. Yeah, I know some people, I don't know what's wrong with them, but some people will have different attitude. To me, my cat or cats are literally my family. They're my children. So Esma Florine, she's 16 now, and the older she's got more and more friendly, more clingy. When I'm in bed, Esma Florine will literally, if I turn over in the bed, she will move to the side my face is at. So every time I turn over in the bed, she'll move over to the face side. It's and Fermium, well, I'll be going back to the gaff later today because Fermium and Esma are both in the gaff at the moment with Silly Billy. They won't touch the bird because Esma Florine won't touch Silly Billy because of Frankie, basically. And because he's a kitten, he's learned from Esma Florine. Neither of them react to each other. So if Esma Florine isn't reacting to the bird, or vice versa, why would Fermium? He's learned not to go after indoor birds. It's gone from Esma to Fermium. Here she is again. You can tell she's a little bit more comfortable